everyone, my name is Bee and welcome to my channel, Be Cozy. I love everything cozy. I love reading, I love journaling, I love all the different stationery things, I love cozy gaming, and just being cozy in general. The very first question in the Booktube Newbie Tag is, why do you want to start this channel? I started this channel because I want to document my journey in reading and journaling, as well as cozy gaming and other cozy things that I like to do. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? I have lived in 3 different countries and I might be moving to a 4th one in a few years. I think that it would be cool to be able to bring people along with me to see how other books and bookstores, stationery, and all that is different in all these different countries. Of course, I'm not going to be moving to a different country like too soon from now, so I don't know if that really counts as being unique yet, but I also want to include some other things that I like to do that relate to reading and booktube, and so maybe that's what makes me unique. I don't really know. The third question is, what are you most excited about for this channel? And honestly, the thing that I'm most excited about is just having you guys and forming a community of people who like to read and do the same things that I like to do, and I'm so excited for that. I don't really have people in my life who read or like a lot of the same things I like to do, and it would just be so nice to find other people who also like the things that I like to do. The fourth question is, why do you love reading? I love reading because it's one of the ways for me to be able to escape reality and for me to be able to experience things that I would never be able to experience otherwise. You know, like riding a dragon, being in a castle, living in a castle, finding Prince Charming, and a whole bunch of other things that are in books. The fifth question is, what book or series got you into reading? I had a book slump for quite a few years starting in high school. I just got really stressed and just didn't have a lot of time for reading. In 2021, a friend of mine recommended me a book, and it was this one, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I hadn't read a book in so long that had made me want to start reading like this one did. After I read this book, I started reading another book by her, which is This Savage Song. I just absolutely fell in love with this book and with reading again. Shortly after I had finished reading Addie LaRue and This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab, my sister was gifted a whole bunch of books that we had never read before. And one of the series that she was gifted and that I started reading for the very first time was none other than Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. Now, this is a lot of books, so I'm gonna put this down. I had never read Harry Potter before 2021. I absolutely fell in love with this world, and this is actually the series that I have reread the most in my entire life. After I had read this series once, I was enthralled. I fell in love head over heels with this series. I have listened to the audiobooks on average 1.5 times since 2021. So to say that I am obsessed would be a little bit of an understatement. Number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Well, obviously I would ask if you want to be friends, but I would ask them, what are the most books that you have finished in a year, like ever? I would love to know what their record is. Number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a YouTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Honestly, I think that the hardest challenge for me to overcome is just the learning curve that it takes to become a YouTuber. I'm also trying to become a bookstagrammer as well as making reels, which I have never made a reel before in my entire life. And I haven't really posted a lot on my personal Instagram for a long time, honestly. Just learning how everything works is going to be the hardest thing for me personally. Number 8 is, when did you start reading? I started reading really young because my mom was an early education major and later became a teacher. She started me reading at age 3, which is sooner than I think a lot of people started reading. I've always loved reading. I just had a really big slump because of school and depression and just a lot of things that were going on in my life when I was in high school. Because I did live in a different country growing up than where I am from, I didn't have a lot of access to books in my language because I didn't have a library. Internet access was not really a thing for me, at least back then. And so I just reread a whole bunch of books when I was young. And I'm thinking about doing a video about the books that I read when I was a child. And so let me know if you're interested in that. Number 9 is, where do you read? Honestly, I read anywhere and everywhere, but I really do like to be cozy. I like to curl up in my bed and read. I read on the couch, in my comfy chair, on the road. I always bring something to read with me, or I bring my Switch so that I can game on the way. If I get bored, I can just whip it out and just start reading or start playing a game. And last but not least is number 10, which is, what books do you like to read? I love to read fantasy, romantasy, murder mysteries, cozy mysteries, some sci-fi, and magical realism, and some normal fiction as well. I love physical books, as you can see, but I recently got a Kindle and a Kobo. I also really love being able to read on an e-reader because it's not very bright, it's lighter than my iPad, but it's also bigger than my phone. I love reading physical books, ebooks, and audiobooks. I think my go-to has been audiobooks so that I can be more productive but still be reading. I still really love owning physical books. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to come on this cozy journey with me, go ahead and subscribe. And comment down below what book got you started in reading and when did you really fall in love with books and reading and all cozy things. Alright, bye! I'll see you in the next video.